Howdy, howdy, howdy. Pull Skills here, coming out with another video. And in today's video, we're reviewing Ancient Evil, which is the newest Black Ops 4 zombie map. And everybody in the zombie community is like, oh my gosh, this is the new Horizon Rock. It's amazing. It's the best map ever. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's a good, but not amazing map. There are some flaws, and a lot of these flaws, this map can't really help. Why? Because it's in BO4 zombies. Now, I'm going to say this right off the back. If you did not like Black Ops 4 Zombies at launch, you're probably not going to like this map. It's just, a lot of the problems with this map is BO4 problems, but we'll get more on that later. Let's talk about the design of the map, which is actually amazing. Pretty much, there's the main area, which is pretty much just a giant circle, and the hell area, which is, again, another giant circle. A simple yet amazing design. A great design, not too complicated where you have to play the map many times to understand fully. Like, let's say, Mob of the Dead, for example. Mob of the Dead's a humongous map, and you're going to play the map a couple times to understand what's really going on and where everything is. This map, no. Very simple layout, which I enjoy. Problem with the map layout, though, is that it's another closed corridors map. There's not much space to breathe. Now, there are open areas. It's not like Void of Despair where it's all tight quarters. No, there's plenty of open areas. But with how spawns are in those areas, they're not typically the best areas to stay in. And unfortunately, moving around the map because of BO4 spawn mechanics, you're going to most likely get pinched and end up dying. So some of your deaths are going to feel unfair. That's just because of BO4 spawn mechanics. You know, I said earlier that this map still suffers from a lot of the BO4 problems. This is one of them. Another problem is that BO4 kind of went for the more, how would you say, cutscenes? It's not even really fully cutscenes, just things you can't skip that you have to do every game. What do I mean? First off, the Sentinel artifact, which is power. You gotta turn the power on each map. Now, Easter egg stuff of Easter egg cutscenes and all that stuff, that's cool, keep doing that. But for basic map gameplay, the power's kind of necessary. That's not optional. Easter eggs are optional. That's not optional. Turning on the Sentinel artifact will begin this lockdown sequence where you first meet the zombie king, or I don't really know his name. I'm not that invested in the story. Besides the point. And then at the end of it, Pegasus comes by and kills a bunch of zombies, and boom, bada bing, it's over. The power is on. The Sentinel artifact is activated. And you're allowed to move under new sections of the map. You might be going, that's not too bad. Well, then you go on to the Pegasus cutscene, which this one you can't move around. It's literally a cutscene. You ride Pegasus through a waterfall, which it looks fantastic. It looks amazing. But it's going to get repetitive. Stuff like this is amazing for Easter egg cutscenes. It makes Easter eggs memorable. But this isn't an Easter egg I'm trying to do. I'm trying to play the map. And again, this isn't really optional because in order to get Pack-a-Punch, which is kind of one of those things you need, you got to use Pegasus. You got to ride over the waterfall. Granted, you only see this cutscene once every game, but once is too many. Because if you play this map, let's say twice a week, it's going to get more and more repetitive as time goes on. Because like for instance, I've played this map almost every day this week, so I've seen this Pegasus cutscene at least 7 times. Now I've seen it more because I've done multiple games with friends, but besides the point. The cutscene's starting to get annoying. It looks amazing, but why? Why, Trek, why? Again, say that stuff for Easter eggs, not basic gameplay. Another, I guess, flaw of the map, which isn't really a flaw. We'll get more into this a little later down the line. Let's talk about the wonder weapons real quick. The wonder weapons, it's unfortunately like Horizon Rock and Origins. It follows the Origins formula. What do I mean is that there's 4 wonder weapons, each with their own unique upgrade quest. Fun. Actually, this time it's fun. See, one of my biggest gripes with Origins is that I find upgrading the staffs to not be that fun. And a lot of times when I go, man, I want to go play Origins, I never think of that because I know if I'm gonna go play Origins, I gotta watch a bunch of YouTube videos so I know how to upgrade the staffs because I forgot, it's been years. This map, I don't think that's going to be a problem though because the upgrade quests are very simple. But what is not simple is actually finding the gauntlet. I don't know why Trek did this. Pretty much there are 20 spawns for the gauntlets. There's only 4 on the map though. Now, granted, the lady in the middle, the prophet, or I don't even know her name. Again, I'm not invested in the story. I know her real name, but I don't want to spoil it. If I'm going to spoil it, I'll put a spoiler warning. Besides the point, she gives you a little bit of a hint once you get the Sentinel artifact activated, which can help you steer in the right way, but sometimes these hints are kind of hard to understand, and sometimes these hints aren't exactly accurate. But I'm glad it's there. And once you do find the gauntlet, which pretty much is going to be like a little pink little mist coming up from something that you have to knife and hit X on, Getting the actual gauntlet itself is pretty easy. What I mean is there's going to be 4 sections around the map. Get the gauntlet you found, put it in there. It's got to be a lockdown sequence. After the lockdown sequence, boom, bada bing, you got yourself a gauntlet. Now this is unupgraded though, and it's still pretty strong. It's got a good melee damage, which is good for early rounds, and overall it's a good weapon. But you can also upgrade them. My favorite one to upgrade is the blood one, which I believe there should be gameplay in the video. I don't know which time or anything like that because I'm recording the audio right now, not the gameplay, but you'll see gameplay of it. And the blood gauntlet is a lot of fun. There's also the earth gauntlet, which is the easiest one, which in my opinion is also really good, but it can't beat the blood one. And the hardest one to upgrade is the wind one, which is it's not difficult, but it's the hardest one out of the 4. And it's pretty good. It's like the thunder gun. Or not the thunder gun. The one thing from Infinite Warfare Zombies where you pretty much went, oh no, that was Advanced Warfare Zombies. Whatever. Like I was saying, they also have the light one, which is, I don't like the light one that much. It's fun, but Besides the point, these one weapons are simple to upgrade, relatively easy, and are a lot of fun. Now there is a third upgrade, but this is completely optional. You don't have to do it. It's not really that big of an upgrade, which I like. For people like me who like surviving and not a big fan of doing all these side quests and all stuff, you don't have to do the third upgrade because the second upgrade is good enough. Which, thank you, Treyarch, for doing this. For people who enjoy doing these side little upgrade quests, this will keep you busy. This is pretty much the... It's just a lot of fun. It's kind of like the Magma Gat on Blood of the Dead. You don't have to, but if you do, it's still good. The Acid Gat isn't much worse, but the Magma Gat is better. It's kind of how the upgrades are. They're not such a big upgrade they have to do it every game. But upgrading to the third tier is beneficial, but you don't have to do it. So the one rooms are a plus, in my opinion. There are the whole 20 different spawns for the basic part of the gauntlet, which you need in order to actually get the gauntlet, the elemental gauntlet. Again, don't do that stuff. It's frustrating, but at least you get the hint. Now we're going to go a little bit into a story. And the story of this map is, well, I don't really care about the story. I know a lot of people who play this map don't really care about the story. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a kind of what made me annoyed. The prophet lady, which is in the middle that you pretty much hear saying, I need your help and all this stuff. Well, she turns out to be a bad guy. Spoiler alert. And I don't like this plot twist. I just don't. I would prefer it for something more of the cult, because this is supposed to be the final Chaos story map we're going to see in Black Ops 4. Or unless they do a Season 2, which I don't think they are, honestly. They might. Who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us. But, oof, why? I want to know more about the cult for the final thing. Not some kind of, Medusa, haha, Greek mythology. It does fit the map, but I felt like this should have... This is supposed to be the final map in the Chaos story we're going to see for a couple years, and that's how they end it. With introducing a new villain, we don't even fully understand the first villain. Treyarch, just stop. Stop doing that. But let's get back more to gameplay. I just wanted to set it out there for people who are following the story and the story's any good. Yeah, like it's a decent plot twist. It's predictable. That's why I don't really stress spoilers too much, because it's kind of obvious, but it's just, I think it's stupid. Let's get back into the mini bosses. Now, unfortunately, mini bosses ever since about Infinite Warfare. I keep getting Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare mixed up. Ever since Advanced Warfare, mini bosses have unfortunately become a part of every zombie map, and I don't know why. Now, if you like mini bosses, good. I don't, and the majority of my friends don't. Sometimes they're cool, but when they start coming in with when they start spawning with regular zombies, and you fight more mini bosses than you actually fight zombies in a game or I guess a game mode that's called zombies, there's kind of a problem. Now with Night of the Dead, which I will be making a review of shortly, don't worry, it'll be coming out soon. There were so many vampires that it hurts the map. If you fight more vampires than actual zombies, and it's a really annoying mini boss. So whenever I heard of Ancient Evl and I saw the skeletons, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going to be extremely annoying and they're going to ruin the game. Or I guess the map. And they don't. Now what makes them special? What makes them the mini boss? Well, in order to kill them, you must get a headshot or use one of the gauntlets. I'll be going, that's it? And that's it. They're relatively easy to take out, and thankfully it's like that. If they were like another vampire situation, I think I would have honestly give up on Black Ops 4 Zombies. Another mini boss they added in was this guy with 4 arms and a spear and a shield. The shield does a stun attack, which can be dangerous, and a spear throw is, again, kind of dangerous. He's not really that big of a deal. He's kind of like, it's like Brutus. Can pose a threat, but most likely won't pose a threat. But here comes the kind of negative side. They brought back the Blightfather, which I don't know why they did that. I'm not a big fan of the Blightfather. I find him to be extremely annoying. More than helping the map, he's just annoying. But those two mini bosses that got forearms and the Blightfather, you don't see that often. They only come on special rounds. Well, not special rounds. I guess their rounds were supposed to spawn in, which is like every 4 or so rounds. So you don't see him too often. We do see him, though. It can be annoying. Now, unfortunately, they did bring back the elemental zombies. But they don't spawn in as frequently as they did on 9 or Voyage of Despair. But they're still there, and they're still annoying. I don't know why they're in the game. Again, if you like mini bosses, then this may not be the map for you. Because this map isn't, I guess, covered in mini bosses. They're there, but they're not that game changing. Like, you can still play like you usually do. Overall, I give this map a 8 out of 10. It is a good map. But I don't think it's the best map. I think if this game, if this map was on a different game like Black Ops 3, I think I would enjoy it a lot more. But BO4 mechanics, how the spawns work, the new perk system, which I'll be making a video discussing why I dislike it so much. But that's for a future date. And of course, the fact that zombies act more like bricks and it's hard to juke past them, it just makes this map overall sometimes not enjoyable. Because you do get the bullcrap deaths that go, wow, why am I playing this game? But again, it's a good map. Now, it's not a map that I would say go buy the Black Ops Pass, you have to play it. But if you have the Black Ops Pass, download the map and give it a try. You won't regret it. Pulse Kills, sign off. Have a good night.